Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful start to the new year. Well, let's do some fun crafting. Y'all stay tuned. So I hope everyone had a wonderful New Year's Eve. However you chose to ring in the new year, I hope it was great fun for you. My evening was great fun. Mike and I are not people who like to go out a lot, so we chose to stay home and had a very low-key New Year's Eve, and guys, that is perfect for me. So here we are in 2020, and on this channel we're going to continue the fabulous crafting that we did in 2019. So today's project is designed to help us track what we need to do in a week. And this little project here is a week-by-week tracker. And on the inside, I've got these really sweet little pages that simply say my fabulous week. And then of course at the bottom, we are going to create some happy during our week. This project was made using my cinch, but for the purposes of this video, I am going to be making the project without the cinch so that if you don't have that particular tool, you can once again take advantage of making these wonderful cinch style booklets to help simplify your day, your week, your month, your year. So let's get started on this one. So to make our project, we're going to need 2 outside cover pieces that measure 10 1/4 by 8. We are going to need 2 inside liner pieces that measure 5 3/4 by 8. We're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 6 by 8 3/8. We are going to need some inserts, and I cut mine out at 5 7/8 by 8. And then we are going to need a binding coil, and this coil measures 5/8 of an inch. And you guys hear me talk about my cinch, and for those of you who've never seen it, this is what the cinch that I have looks like. There are several versions out there. This one, I believe, is the original cinch. There have been many modifications made to it since I got this one. The principle of all of the machines are the same. The hole type is different on some hole types are square. On the side here, you've got measurements based on your coil sizes, and I believe on the newer machines you have more selections. I'm not really sure because I haven't worked with one, but that's what I've been told. But this is my cinch machine, so it's designed to make bookmaking easy. But today we're going to do it without this machine. Okay, so let's bring in the outside liner piece that measures 10 1/4 by 8. I'm going to flip that over. Bring in one of my chipboard body pieces and just place that in the middle. And I'll come back with my bone folder and just make sure I've got this nice and stuck to my tape. I wouldn't use glue to cover the front because you might get some warping. And now we can come back and we can just fold our edges. And then once our edges are folded, bring in your scissors or your finger blade, whatever it is you choose to use. And we're simply going to miter cut the edges just like that. And now we're going to come back and take our glue or tape, whichever one you choose to use, and we're simply going to fold down these edges. Bring in your bone folder and get it smoothed out. All right, so once we have the edges folded over, we need to take some tape and just cover in the chipboard, and you can see the sheen on this one. And then we'll bring in the 5 3/4 by 8 inch piece of paper. We'll take our glue and go along the edges. And now that we have the glue on the edges, let's go ahead and stick this down. And then I'll come back in with my bone folder and we'll get this stuck down. All right, so earlier I made a book without the cinch and I had a template, and I also have a template available for this one as well. And I have it placed on the board, and what I'm doing is I'm not going to make circles using my pen this time. I'm simply going to leave this on here, and I'll come back with my hole punch, and my hole setting is at 3/16 of an inch, and I'm simply going to press it down into this template, and I'll follow the template until I have all of my holes punched out. And I am going to do the rest of these off camera, and I'll be right back. All right, so once we have the holes punched on our top board, we are going to come back with the bottom board, and I already have it covered, and we're simply going to match them up. And when you match them up, make sure that they look like this, and you fold them like this. And then let's get them nice and aligned. Come back with some type of a clip, because that'll make it easier for you. And I get these clips at the Dollar Tree. So let's go ahead and do exactly what we did the last time. So we're going to just match it up, go through the hole, and then I am going to do the rest of these off camera, and I'll be right back. All right, so now that we have both sets of holes punched out on our front and back cover, we're going to take the back cover, set it to the side, and bring in our pages. And what we want to do now is make sure that we get our pages in our book so that we have even spacing on both sides, just like this. All right, so once we've got our pages in, we're simply going to flip this over and repeat the process of going through the holes and getting them punched. All right, so now we have our holes punched out on our inside and our outside. All right, so once we have it stacked, what we need to do is we've got our front down and we've got our back down. This is my back and this is the inside of my back. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take the back just like this and just bring it up to the front with the inside liner piece facing up towards me. And I'm going to set this down for just a moment. I'll bring in my coils, and I know that I need 10 coils, so I'll just get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I need to cut off one. So when you're cutting off, you've got like a little line here, and you just go in between the middle of that line, snip it out. Okay, so now I can take this coil, and I'm simply going to place it through my holes, just like this. And then I want to make sure that when I get it in my book, that everything is nice and centered. I don't want this piece laying flat and the holes up like this. I want to make sure that when I lay it down, both of these are pretty much even in how they look. And now I can start closing it. And I'll pinch it so that it's not so tight. And then when I know that I've got it aligned properly, I'll come back and I'll just squeeze it and close my book. So now when we lift our book open, you can see that we have a nice little week by week book here that we can use. We can carry it in the purse. We can put it on the desk. You can actually stand it up like a tent card and just look at it from day to day and check whatever it is you need to do for that week. And this is just the perfect complement to all of the journaling systems that we might want to use for tracking our weeks during 2020. So let's decorate this pretty little book. I'm going to keep my decoration very simple. I have this wonderful sticker that says Sweet Moments, and it goes in line with that floral motif. So I am just going to take a little bit of glue because this sticker is an older one and I want to make sure that I don't have any problems with it. And I'll stick it down. And then I am going to come back with my flat back pearls and just place a couple down just as accent pieces. So here we have it, guys. We've got this gorgeous little week by week tracker, and I think that it turned out beautifully. It is just simple, but it's very pretty. So I'm going to open it up, and then I'll bring the other one back in so you can see just how gorgeous these really are. They are very easy to make and very, very useful. I mean, we can all use ways of tracking what we have going on for the week, because I don't know about you, but I have a lot going on in a week. So this is a great way of being able to track what it is we have on deck for our week. So I know that all of us are making New Year's resolutions, and one of mine is truly to become more organized. And it's systems like this that help me to get organized. And I hope that you have found this helpful as well. And I also hope that you have liked this video. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have an awesome day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.